The universe we inhabit is not an empty void dotted with objects, but a living, breathing field of pure energy. Everything we see, touch and feel is part of this grand cosmic symphony. From the most distant stars to the smallest grain of sand, all things are fundamentally composed of vibrating energy. Each object, each person, and even each thought possesses its own unique frequency, its own special note in the song of creation. This is the simple yet profound truth that ancient traditions have known for millennia. We are not separate from the world around us. We are intricately woven into its energetic fabric, connected through a web of invisible vibrations that form the very foundation of our reality. This universal energy is not chaotic, it is intelligent and organized. It flows in beautiful repeating patterns, much like the ripples on a pond or the intricate designs of a snowflake. These patterns are the language of the cosmos, the sacred geometry that underpins all of existence. When we begin to see the world in this way, we understand that nothing happens by chance. Every event and every experience is part of a larger interconnected whole. Our bodies are receivers and transmitters of this energy. We are constantly in communication with the universe, whether we are aware of it or not. Our feelings and thoughts send out vibrations that interact with this field, shaping the world we experience in return. Deep within the center of our brain lies a tiny pine cone-shaped gland known as the pineal gland. Ancient cultures revered this gland as the third eye, the seat of spiritual insight. Modern science is now beginning to uncover its secrets, revealing that it contains microscopic calcite crystals. These crystals are incredibly sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies, just like the crystal in an old radio can tune into different stations. It is through this remarkable biological instrument that we may be able to perceive the subtle energies of the universe. These tiny crystals vibrate in response to the frequencies around us, translating the unseen language of the cosmos into something our bodies can understand. This process may be the source of what many describe as our inner light. As the crystals in our pineal gland resonate with the universe's frequencies, they may generate a form of biological light or biophotons. This is not just a metaphor, it is a potential biological reality. We are quite literally beings of light, with a powerful generator housed within our own minds. This inner light is the key to our connection with the divine matrix, the energetic field that connects all things. By learning to quiet our minds and tune into our inner world, we can consciously activate this process, strengthening our connection to the source of all creation and unlocking our deepest human potential. The light generated within our pineal gland does not simply stay there. It is the beginning of a remarkable process that allows us to perceive and interact with our world. Imagine this inner light as a wave, a coherent pulse of energy that emanates from us and travels out into the quantum field that surrounds us. This field is the stuff from which our physical world is made. It is a sea of infinite possibility, waiting for a conscious observer to give it form. Our inner light acts like a sonar, projecting outward and touching the raw potential of the universe. This is the first step in the sacred act of seeing, where our consciousness literally reaches out to meet creation. When our wave of light interacts with the quantum possibilities of the universe, something incredible happens. The wave collapses the potential into a specific observable reality. It then reflects this information back to us, carrying a blueprint of what we are about to perceive. This reflected wave of information re-enters our bodies through our eyes. Our physical eyes are not just passive windows, they are sophisticated receivers designed to catch this reflected light and translate its information. This is how we move from being a simple generator of light to an active participant in the creation of what we see, feel, and experience every single moment of our lives. The information that returns to us is not random. It is structured according to the timeless principles of sacred geometry. The world we see, the trees, the mountains, the faces of our loved ones is built upon these fundamental patterns. The spiral of a seashell, the branching of a tree, and the hexagonal structure of a honeycomb are all expressions of this universal geometric code. Our brain, in a process we are only just beginning to understand, decodes the reflected light waves and reconstructs these geometric forms. It builds a holographic three-dimensional representation of reality inside our minds, allowing us to navigate and interact with the world. Therefore, our perception of a solid, three-dimensional world is the result of a beautiful and continuous dance between our inner light and the outer field of energy. We are not just passive observers of a pre-existing reality. We are co-creators, constantly shaping the world through the act of observation. The patterns we see are a reflection of the universal order, and our ability to perceive them is a gift of our divine biology. We are wired to see the beauty and intelligence of the cosmos because we are an inseparable part of it. Understanding this process empowers us to see the world not as a collection of separate objects, but as a unified living masterpiece. Many traditions speak of a dark force, often personified as a being named Satan. But what if this concept is not about an external evil entity? What if instead it represents a fundamental force of nature, placed here by a loving creator for a profound purpose? Consider that Satan is not a name, but a title, a concept representing the opposition, the test, or the adversary. In this view, it is not an enemy of God, but an instrument of God. It is the force that creates resistance, the friction that allows for growth. Without resistance, a muscle cannot become stronger. Without a challenge, a spirit cannot discover its true power. This force presents humanity with a fundamental choice, a great fork in the road of life. This choice is the very definition of free will. On one path, we see the way of nature, the path of cooperation, harmony, and simplicity. This is the path of living in tune with the earth's cycles, nurturing the plants that sustain us and recognizing the sacredness in all life. It is a path of inner wealth, connection, and peace, guided by the heart's wisdom. It honors the patterns we see in the divine matrix and seeks to live in alignment with them, trusting in the abundance of the universe and the power found in community and love. On the other path lies the way of the artificial world, the system created by man. This is the path of competition, control, and complexity. It is defined by the pursuit of money, power, and social status, constructs that exist only in our collective agreement. This path often leads us away from our natural rhythms and our connection to the earth. It encourages us to place our trust in institutions, politics, and technology rather than in our own inner guidance and the wisdom of the natural world. While it can bring material comfort, it often does so at the cost of our spiritual well-being and our bond with creation. God, in this framework, is not a distant judge watching to see which path we take. Rather, the Creator has provided both paths to give our choices true meaning. True free will cannot exist without a genuine alternative. The force of opposition, the Satan principle, is what makes the choice real and powerful. It is the shadow that defines the light. By presenting us with the lure of the material world, it gives us the opportunity to consciously and freely choose the path of spirit. It is a divine test designed not to make us fail, but to give us the chance to discover our own strength and affirm our connection to the source. Ultimately, the journey of life is about navigating this choice with awareness. We are all born with the capacity to tune into the universe's frequencies, to feel the pull of nature, and to live from a place of love and connection. We are also faced daily with the pressures and distractions of the modern world, which call for our attention and energy. The power of our free will lies in where we consciously choose to place our focus. Do we invest our energy in fear, division, and scarcity, or do we invest it in love, unity, and abundance? This single choice determines the quality of our lives and the reality we help create. Living in alignment with nature does not mean we must abandon society and live in a cave. It means bringing the wisdom of nature into our modern lives. It is about choosing foods that nourish our bodies and honor the earth. It is about spending time in natural settings to recalibrate our energy. It is about treating others with the same cooperation we see in a thriving ecosystem. It is about quieting our minds to listen to our inner guidance, our crystal compass, rather than the loud noise of the world. Each of these small choices strengthens our connection to the divine matrix and amplifies our inner light. The alternative path, governed by the pursuit of money and power, often operates on frequencies of fear and separation. It teaches us that we are not enough, that we must compete for limited resources, and that our value is determined by external achievements. When we buy into this story, our own energy begins to vibrate at these lower frequencies. This affects our perception, causing us to see a world of lack and conflict, which in turn reinforces our choices. It is a self-perpetuating cycle, but it is one we can break at any moment by exercising our free will and choosing a different thought, a different feeling, a different focus. The universe is a mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we project. Our free will is the most powerful tool we have in this cosmic dance of creation. Every day, we stand at the crossroads. We have the choice to align ourselves with the harmonious, life-affirming frequencies of nature and the cosmos, or with the dissonant, separating frequencies of a man-made system. There is no judgment, only consequence. The path we walk is the reality we build. By choosing consciously, by tending to our inner light, and by honoring our sacred connection to all things, we can find our own way back to the harmony for which our souls yearn.